Most people think they're overwhelmed because they lack discipline, but that's not the problem. The problem is you're overwhelmed because you've been overinformed. There's way too much information, too many voices, too many teachers, too many methods, too many truths that are not even yours to begin with. And somewhere along the way, information replaces your wisdom. Information replaces your wisdom, and you don't need another download. You don't need another download. You don't need another teaching, another framework, another activation, because you're not blocked. You're just congested. Your spirit is not confused. It's just drowned out. Your spirit is drowned out. This constant need to consume another video, another podcast, another book, another ritual. It comes from a quiet fear. This constant need to consume all those things comes from a quiet fear. The fear that you might miss out on something important. It comes from a quiet fear that somewhere out there, someone else might have the key to your clarity. But listen carefully. Listen carefully. What is essential doesn't scream. What is essential doesn't scream. It doesn't compete. It doesn't compete. It doesn't flood you. Real truth only arrives quietly. Real truth arrives quietly. It lands clean and it stays. It stays. Information overload is not spiritual growth. It's spiritual avoidance dressed up as curiosity. Because as long as you're just learning, you don't have to apply. As long as you're just watching, you don't have to listen inward. So you scroll, you save, you screenshot, you bookmark, but your nervous system is exhausted and your intuition is still waiting for space. Your intuition is waiting for space. The universe never asks you to know everything. The universe wants you to remember. The universe wants you to remember. And remembering requires stillness. Your ancestors didn't awaken through access, they awakened through discernment. They knew when to listen and they knew when to close the door. So right now, you don't need more information. You don't need more information. You need fewer voices. You need silence long enough for your own truth to return. Because something powerful happens the moment you stop consuming. The moment you stop consuming, clarity begins. The moment you stop outsourcing your own wisdom, your power comes back online. Your power comes back online. This isn't about rejecting knowledge. This is not about rejecting knowledge. It's about choosing depth over noise. Because one truth lived is more powerful than 10 truths memorized. So if you feel overwhelmed, don't ask yourself, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I not getting? Something is not adding up here. Ask yourself something more honest, something much more deeper. What am I avoiding to hear? What am I avoiding hearing? Because your next breakthrough won't come from another source. It will come from finally listening to your own inner voice. Your own inner voice, the one that's been whispering to you all this time. And this is Spirit of Pula, the Spirit of Rain. Pula is the name.